This build secured a kill most damage dealt on half the enemy team in 2 consecutive matches. Hi friends and welcome back to Mechwarrior Online. I'm of course still TTB and we're gonna go ahead and test the new Widowmaker from the new icon Mech pack. The Widowmaker being the 100-ton Dire Wolf assault mech inspired by Natasha Kerensky's Widowmaker. I say inspired because it's not the same thing, because you could basically do the Widowmaker already with different Dire Wolf parts that you can just buy for C-build. So this is a different variant of the Widowmaker used by her in later days. Okay, so I'm rocking, as you can see, 8 Clan AC2s. This is my take on the Ultraviolet build. I wanted to find out, hey, can we make a better Ultraviolet? And right here, I see farm. That is 1337 meters. That is fine to shoot at. I've got 1035 meters optimal range. So we're just gonna rain down some hate on that poor AFK lord who should not be AFK. That's on him. It's not my problem. We're just gonna go ahead and farm him. By the way, I'm shooting through his arms there for some weird reason. Oh, I see bigger farm, bigger fish. That is an Atlas. I don't know what he thinks he's going to be doing here, but I know what I'm going to go for. And that is the leg, because at 1000 meters, I'm going to shoot the leg to slow the Atlas down, because so that I have more time to farm him, of course, guys. Huh? Think about it. Think about it. If he's slower, then we can farm him more. Just got to make sure that I don't cook myself here. We also have an enemy summoner coming in to find out what's up and provide moral support or something. Let's go ahead and finish that Arctic Wolf. Okay, he's down. And let's keep holding that corner, see if we can get some more shots in. Do note that I'm spreading my shots apart between left side and right side. That way I get a little bit more accuracy at range and don't have to struggle with convergence that much. Thankfully, that's just a javelin with 60 and medium, so the damage that he did to my CT is negligible. So yeah, he's gonna get chased away here by my teammates, hopefully. Let's fingers crossed that we don't get any other customers, and we're just gonna go ahead and resume our hold up top. Make use of our weapons. Now remember guys, we're shooting most of this outside of optimal range. Keep that in mind when you're looking at the end damage, because I think you can mentally add about another 50% or so on top to the final score due to not being in optimal range, or if this was in optimal range, let's put it like that, which of course it is not. Okie dokie. What else do we have on the field? We see the enemy team is pushing a little bit around the left side right now. There's a nice Laswom Black Knight. Always respect the Black Knight players. They're playing some really, really nice mech. Also a UV on the left side that I didn't see as I was playing this live, because this of course is post-commentary a couple of seconds or minutes after we played the match. Hadn't planned on actually logging on and playing, but I was just looking at the Widowmaker. Then I was like, oh yeah, let's have a quick look at this mech. Let's make a build maybe, and then boom. Well, one thing led to another, and I ended up playing 2 matches. It turns out that was all it took. 2 matches. Beautiful mech. I'm trying to shoot at the summoner right here. My problem being that I can't see shit, because there's too many trees in that corner, unfortunately. So it's kind of hard to shoot at something if you don't see it. And the summoner is doing a good job here of always poking when I'm not looking. So let's maybe go ahead and reposition 3 kills to 4. It's fairly even. I still got about 700 rounds left, so that is a potential at optimal range of about 1200, 1400 damage. Maybe 1000 damage, including some misses. So I'm just gonna go ahead and keep falling back here a little bit. Maybe even go past our friend right there with the Bane, because he is a little bit fresher than me, and I'm taking a little bit too much damage. I'm a little bit too popular right now. There's also Roccat shooting at me. Kintaro, probably the one variant that has the reduced burn time on the lasers with the binary laser cannons. He's only gonna get chip damage at 800 meters, but over time it's gonna start to hurt. So let's move in, see if we can help out on this side. There's a Nova jumping around. Anything else though? Yeah, not so much, not so much. I'm still ready to defend against the push that might come to Delta 4. But maybe we have to go further back even. Maybe looking at 4 line, looking towards Echo 4 could be useful. But there's a teammate that wants help in the right side of Delta 4 towards Delta 3. So we're gonna try and see what the problem is. I'm gonna try and help him out, but is he even getting attacked? Well, that's a shame, because right now I could be in a way better spot to shoot. Get some little bit more damage here on the summoner. There is the Mistlings coming in and dying on camera. There is the Stone Rhino from before, moving away from us unfortunately, so we can't farm him. And yeah, at this point, looking at that we're actually 6 kills over 4, Roccat is halved. I think this is the point where I could have just gone in immediately. And I think it's also the point where I'm going in, but as I was going in, I was like thinking, this is probably too late to shoot the remainder of our rounds. Because our team is, with the exception of the Bane, now blobbed up in the middle. We're 8 kills over 5, so this should be in the books. So unfortunately the rest of the ammunition is not gonna end up being a lot of farm. There's also a UAV up in Echo 4, this time we take it down, blum blum, easy peasy. Really, really good mech at hunting UAVs, but remember guys, always spread out your shots between left side and right side to secure that accuracy. Stone not gonna drop here right now. And that only leaves the Kintaro, who we will presently disarm. There we go. And then maybe go for some legs or something. He's got only 2 ER mediums left, and now the special moving begins. Remember, we must ensure we don't die to TTB. We will kite into 3 teammates so that we die to them and not to me. Little joke at the end here. 400 rounds remaining, so not bad at all. And the mech still, as you can see, relatively healthy, so no problems there. 1 solo kill, 1 killing blow. 6 mechs kill, most damage dealt, 1231 damage done, and a UAV kill. 7-11 the final match score. And here we are in the second match of the day. This is going to be on a Bear Claw. It is Assault base v base. Both bases are of course in the 7 lines. This is a fight on the, well, less used side of the map towards the east, northeast, and we're going to go up against a behemoth right here. If you see rotary autocannons on a Stone Runner, that's always a behemoth, so he's gonna be rocking Rack 5s or Rack 2s. He's doing a little bit of damage to me, so I kinda wanna get out of this fight, because the way that I'm shooting right now with the cover on the left and the slope on the right, it's kinda blocking some of my bullets. I don't wanna be in that particular engagement. It's just not enough real estate for me to bring all my weapons to bear. So our next stop is going to be Charlie 7, and we're gonna lock down that whole 7-8 line alleyway and see what we can do over there. We already hear our Fafnir going to town big time on our targets. That is quite the firepower. That's a big old juggernaut. Alright, got 2 at least assaults on the left flank right here towards Echo 8. Just gotta be careful not to shoot my teammate in the back here, but there we go. There's a big Bane coming up, and of course Bane means farm, so we're gonna go for arms and side torsos. Because remember guys, with builds like this, yes, of course you can just go for the kill and nobody is gonna fall to you if you do so, but if you are a Mechwarrior Online farmer, you know that you go for arms as well. Depending on the situation, of course, if the fight's very close, you always go for the kill. There's the Bane again, and once again we're gonna go for side torso and arms. See if we can get down that arm and side torso. That should basically half his firepower. There we go. He's got 3 AC2s left, open side torso. This thing has been farmed quite nicely. The only thing that we didn't farm is the legs. But problem with farming, of course, in this way is that you're also getting shot back. There is the behemoth again. Let's get some more firepower into him. Careful though, careful. We don't want to shoot our Timby in the back right here. Dudes on the left are quite damaged. There is another Dire Wolf coming up. That's probably an Ultraviolet from the shots, either Black Widow or an Ultraviolet. I'm pounding all my shots into his one side torso, if you notice that, because at this point I'm already damaged, so farming is not that much more of the question right now with shooting to kill. So I'm going for side torso on those Dire Wolves. That Dire Wolf also fairly healthy still. So what we're dealing with here right now is 2 whales to my 1 whale. And I'm at 53%. So, yeah, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be an interesting match. We do have a strong tactical position. We have a couple of teammates around. A lot of them are already very damaged, though. So, I'm falling back a little bit further. And what I'm trying to do here is to add a little bit more distance, so anything that comes around the corner with like some lads bomb at 700 meters or so is not going to do as much damage to me as they could at 400 meters if I was in front where the Timberwolf is, because the Timber right now is about 400 meters, yes, 424, in front of me, and that 400 meters can make a big difference when you get shot at by a lads bomb. 2 kills to 1 right now. Holding back still ready to support if anything comes around the corner. Timmy at 67%, keep that in mind as well. He's got ECM though, so he should be relatively safe. We got an assault pushing on the side right here. Didn't get to target, didn't see what it was. ECM will probably be the Dire Wolf still up front. Delta 7 to Echo 7. We're gonna hold. There is nothing else to do. You gotta hold, you gotta wait. If you push there, you will just die. You're just gonna run into multiples. We definitely have the Roccat Rhino on the right flank towards Delta 6. Archer going in, not sure if that's the best choice right here, but he is getting some fire in.
New target acquired.
Light Mech pushing on our assault over in Charlie 6. That is an Arctic Cheetah, red side torso. I'm gonna take some more pot shots if we get the opportunity to get them in. Maybe take down that UAV as well. There we go, UAV's down. Arctic Cheetah apparently took away our poor Victor. But he should be ready to die right there. There was, I think, a bug right there, Cicada. Couldn't do anything about him, but we were able to take down the side torso of the Arctic Cheetah. This guy is basically toast at this point. He's a one-shot. I missed the kill shot right here because I aimed a little bit too low. I hit the arm instead of the side torso. And now we have one problem right here with the Widowmaker. It doesn't have jump jets, basically just like the Ultraviolet. So I'm moving myself into a spot here that is not opportune for me, and we also get shot in the back here a little bit, which is also bad. So let's try and get out of this hole and into fighting mode. We're getting shot in the back now by the Cheetah, doesn't matter. Gonna go onto the enemy Cicada, there we go, got some good damage in. Nothing behind me, okay. I have to look to different directions right now, which is a little bit of a problem. Trying to push forward now, 7 kills to 6. I'm getting ducked at by the Stone Rhino, so the only way to go is forward, try and keep that angle as flat as possible. We at least killed one of the other Stone Rhinos, that was important. And finally got taken out, 2 killing blows and 1300 damage in. And it is 8 kills to 7. The Cicada is still very damaged, but there is a chance our friends can go ahead and win this if they play it well and stick together. Timby is still okay, healthy. His right side torso can take some fire. The Centurion has been AFK the whole match. This has been at 11 versus 12 all match long. This is the point where I wish you could just jump into AFK teammates and play them if they haven't played for like 5 minutes or so. But, well, this is actually funny. We have someone running streaks. Those streaks, of course, being really nice against mechs like the Cicada, who are fast and trying to run away. Archer's on the Cicada. That Cicada is one shot. Archer's still keeping itself alive, though. MRM 20s and 6 medium lasers. I wonder if he's got a standard engine, because he's using that right torso to shield with. So, maybe standard engine? Let's see, though. Sigma is not looking so hot. Side torso one touch from behind. So, this is a brawl now. We're 10 kills over 7, so we should be able to win this, although it's actually 10 kills over 8. Because remember, there's one guy that we don't have in the fight. Timby is still alive in the match. And there is the Behemoth that I did some work on earlier, and I believe he should be, yep, fairly damaged. So, thankfully, together with the Victor, we were able to shoot him enough that our teammates should be able to get the kill right here. Come on, one more shot. Streak SM6 takes the kill. Okay, well, I'll take it. 12 kills to 7 is the final score. Mech performed well. Like, no problems with that. A little bit too much farming maybe in the beginning. Could have taken a little bit less damage. 2 killing blows. 1 solo kill. Once again, 6 kill most damage dealt. 1300 damage jump. 750 tanked. And a UAV kill. 698 match score. GG. Hi friends, I'm TTB and you're watching German Mechgineering. Here is the build for our Dire Wolf Widowmaker on screen. As you can see, we're basically rocking a build that's mixing the Widowmaker and the Ultraviolet to make a better Ultraviolet in so many forms. We've got the Ultraviolet right arm and left arm, Bravo right torso and left torso, the Charlie head for the extra armor, although you could use another head for the extra radar drop, that's up to you. And then we fit into the mech 2 AC2s in each side torso and in each arm, and then we drop in 13 tons of AC2 ammo, and you could even put in a 14th ton if you lower the leg armor a little bit more. Totally up to you. Now we're benefiting here from a couple of interesting things, and not so much from the torsos or the arms. I mean, it's just a little bit of extra armor on there, but the center torso of the Widowmaker gets us 10% cooldown, 7.5% heat, and an extra 26 base armor, because it doesn't have any weapons slots in it. So that is a really, really nice boon for our mech, increasing our DPS and decreasing the heat that we're generating. Our firepower, of course, 16 damage a pop at, well, a pop comes in at about 1.6 seconds. So yeah, roughly twice a second in terms of shooting, which is super nice. And in the total quirk list, well, a little of extra armor throughout the mech, the 10% cooldown, the 7.5% heat, all in all. If you add the skill tree, you have 16% cooldown. You get to 16% almost heat. The cooldown is not maxed out for my build. 15% extra range. You get 15% velocity from the skill tree. All of these goodies, extra ammo, of course, extra armor, extra structure, and that you need. Hill climb, highly recommended from my side. as well as heat dissipation and less screen shake, plus the advanced zoom and the double cool shot with cool shot cooldown if you should find yourself shooting a lot, lowering the armor by 17 each, head armor by 4, and leg armor by 24 each. For the weapon groups, I recommend you set up 4 weapon groups. Weapon group number 1 shoots the left side of your torso, weapon group number 2 shoots the right side of your torso, number 3 shoots just the torso mounts or the arm mounts, and number 4 the other group. That way you can always shoot down targets at any range. You have the arms if you have something that runs under your skirt. Everything else just always shoots. And of course, if you're shooting a moving target, I recommend to space your shots a little bit apart between left and right. So you hold on the left mouse button and like 0.2, 0.3 seconds after, you held down the right side mouse button. That way you are splitting your shots between left side and right side. So you're not trying to converge all these weapons together at one spot. You're trying to converge these weapons together and these weapons together. And the spacing in time allows you to do that. And that gives you a little bit of more controlled accuracy at range over moving targets. As you've seen, this mech is excellent at holding down range. It's got plenty of ammo. It could have another ton of ammo, and I think I will actually add that later on. And it is definitely a really good version of the Ultraviolet. I think it beats the Ultraviolet because instead of weapon velocity and 5% heat, it gets 10% heat and 7.5% heat, sorry, and 10% cooldown, and cooldown is more DPS, so that way I think it beats out the Ultraviolet. It doesn't make the Ultraviolet obsolete, but it's a tiny bit better than the Ultraviolet, plus it has a more interesting set of 8 bonus with the unjabbable autocannon in the side torso, which of course we'll try later on. But first, I wanted to see, does this thing beat out the Ultraviolet? And yes, the Widowmaker, I think, beats out the Ultraviolet. Did you guys end up purchasing the mech pack? What's your favorite mech so far and build? Let me know in the comments below. I'm super happy how this mech turned out. I just couldn't stop myself. I had to get into MWO and was like, yeah, let's play 1 or 2 matches, see how it goes. Well, it goes German Mechgineering, that's to be said here. And of course, I outfitted this mech with some chrome pipes and double chainsaws and the Orky lower jaw to make sure that we can send a message as we're shooting the enemy that this mech doesn't fool around. Widowmaker, definitely my seal of approval. At this point, of course, I have the privilege of saying thank you so much to all my amazing supporters. Guys, you know I'm doing this full time. I could not do this without your help. Thank you very much for that. And hey, if you are not a supporter yet and would like to say thanks for the videos, have a look at the video description. You'll find links to my Patreon, my merch store. You can check out my one-time donation link or maybe use any of the Amazon affiliate links. Every little bit helps, guys. Thank you very much.